What up, ninjas? It is Panic17, and we are once again going to break down a match from BloodyMania 10. So today we got Ruff Crossing and Shigehiro Iri, which is a weird combination. You got a cowboy slash redneck guy tagging up with a dude from Japan, Asian. Very weird. I'm pretty sure it's been done back before. I believe KG said something back in the earlier days of wrestling that it has been done, so it's nothing new. But to JCW, it is new. Versus Tuff Tony and Tommy Dreamer. Now, I remember years ago looking up Tuff Tony before I even knew he was a Juggalo, before I knew he was into JCW. I came across this match where it was inside like a studio where they would film a TV show, and I wish I had clips of this, but I don't. So basically what happened is somewhere in Japan they had a two-story house that they used for some kind of movie or a TV show or something along those lines. And a wrestling promoter had found out about it, and he said, don't destroy it, we're going to have a match. So they had a match inside a movie studio, two-story house. It's not hardcore, it's not bloody, but it's very interesting. I mean, I guess you could say it's hardcore. They hit each other with a lot of shit. They fight upstairs, they fight downstairs, they throw each other off shit. It's very crazy. There's a lot of Asian wrestlers that I didn't know, alongside, I want to say, Tuff Tony and Madman Pondo. If you can find it, I would look up Madman Pondo two-story house death match, or Tuff Tony house death match Japan, or I don't know. It's very hard to find. It's been on there, and then I've lost it. But
like, share, subscribe. Thanks.
Anyways, on to today's match. So we start out with not Too Tough Tony. We start out with Dreamer and Shigehiro doing a test of strength, by the ways of a shoulder block. You hit the ropes, you go in, to the other person, try to knock them down using your shoulder. Neither one seems to budge. So eventually, Tommy Dreamer gets the upper hand on Shigehiro. Tommy Dreamer sporting the Dusty Rhodes pants. So, of course, he would hit the Dusty Rhodes punches and gets the upper hand on Shigehiro.
Oh, Dreamer, just light him up. Open shoulders is one thing, but fist to face is another. Big elbow. Tommy Dreamer providing his own commentary at times. Innovating entertainment. Innovating.
Now they make their tags. Ruff Crossing comes in, and so does Too Tough Tony. Now, Too Tough Tony is the JCW drunk. And Ruff Crossing gets it in his mind that I'm going to use my hand to shoot Tony. Too Tough Tony sells the shot. He's drunk. Maybe he thought he really got shot. I don't know. So Tony's down to a knee. And Ruff Crossing gets the bright idea, hey, I'm going to take a swig of Too Tough Tony's drink. He comes right out of his stupor and is like, nah, fuck that. You're not touching my drink. So he gets up. Too Tough Tony's a heavier guy. He's a heavier set guy. Gets him into the rope somehow and performs a drop kick. From Too Tough Tony. He's a big dude. To get, not just any dude could get up and do a drop kick. You got to be athletic. So
this is a future BloodyMania main event. You're shooting at it. Wow, Tony felt that shit. Tony's selling the gunshot. Well, don't forget, Tony's fucking drunk. Tony sees shit in a half dreamlike state of Bacardi and fucking whatever else he's got in him. Thinks he's playing Cowboys right now. Oh, damn, smashed his liquor. You don't smash Tony's liquor, man. Oh, don't do that. Wow, goes down smooth. I thought Tony... Yes.
he gets a drop kick on Ruff Crossing. They have some back and forth. As much as the Juggalos may not like Ruff Crossing and Shigehiro, they are a very good tag team. What you want to do is you want to get your opponent and isolate him in your corner. You want to beat him down so that his partner cannot get in. And you want to get that tag. So eventually, Too Tough Tony makes his way to Tommy Dreamer, gets the tag, and hits, a double team move, which is basically a drop toe hold, and Tommy Dreamer gets the elbow.
Too Tough Tony makes the tag. Dreamer comes in, drop toe. Elbow to the small of the back shanks. Luda missed. Dreamer missed.
So Tommy Dreamer takes over, and, they have some back and forth. A couple of power moves, but this, Shigehiro and Ruff Crossing, I feel like they've tagged before because they're very good together. Now, Tommy Dreamer makes the tag. You want to stay fresh. He hits those knife-edge chops.
Dreamer absorbing it. The innovator of violence now percolating with new ideas. Oh! Dreamer, one of the best in the business, such a legacy. And his friendship with Tony blossomed out of them.
Now, Tommy Dreamer hits those knife-edge chops. So, Too Tough Tony comes in, more refreshed, and of course, he took a couple of swigs. He got that liquid courage going on. But Ruff Crossing, man, this dude ain't no joke. He still finds a way to beat down Too Tough Tony. He brings in his little cowbell. He gets a couple of shots. And eventually fucks up. You know, you make one mistake. Tommy Dreamer isn't the only innovator of violence in this match right here. Somehow the rope gets in between Too Tough Tony's legs. He picks it up and low blows him.
Tommy Dreamer to shut up, channeling the spirit of Stan Hansen. Watching many an 80s real tape of the "You shut your mouth." He's a mix of Iron Mike Sharp. Oh fuck. Oh man. That was beautiful. Poetry emotion by Tony. The baby nuts of Ruff Crossing may have been torn completely off. Two bloody raisins inside a pair of vinyl cowboy pants.
Right? There's a little bit more back and forth. But eventually, to finally end the match and pick up the win, Too Tough Tony with that meteorite.
Kick to the dick followed by a DDT. Too Tough Tony fires up the fist. Boom, bitch. Catches the green mohawker. 2, 3. Here are your winners. Too Tough Tony and Tommy Dreamer.
Now, I don't know if anybody has ever seen Too Tough Tony live. I've seen him live about 2 times, and the first time and this time at the Gathering of the Juggalos, he's setting full hairs on fire. You do not want to take that meteorite, because as soon as you do, it's all over. Your hair's on fire, you're discombobulated. 1, 2, 3, Tommy Dreamer and Too Tough Tony are your fucking winners for the night. I seen Congo Kong at Hatchet Attacks take the meteorite, and his fucking hair caught on fire quick. And you get that air, you know, whenever you're falling down to the ground, and it picks up a little bit more. Avoid the meteorite at all costs. So, they have, you know, the ending of the match celebration. They bring in, you know, a kind of a midget girl. I cannot show this. They rip off her top, you know. Tommy Dreamer throws some of Too Tough Tony's liquid courage, alcohol on her titties. You know, he licks her titties. If you've seen ECW, it's the same shit he's done on there, but for the Juggalos. And he has some parting words.
I've been wrestling for 26 years. That's more than half my life. Last year when I was here, I set a record because I wrestled at 6 a.m. And I said it last year, and this year's even bigger. I always knew you Juggalos were sick, hardcore fucking freaks, and I love each and every one of you.
So that'll be it for this match. Now, usually... So that'll be it for this match. But now, usually, what I would do is I take a picture of the match. Before each match, they have, match number whatever, and this is who's fighting. Well, there's a little mistake. They copied the same match that was supposed to say Too Tough Tony and put it for the next match. What it should have said is match number 6 for the JCW tag team titles. The Viking War Party, the Hooligans, the Ring Riders, and Super Strong Tiger and Spider Monkey, which are quickly becoming a favorite of mine. You get these 4 tag teams, you throw them in a tables, ladders, and chair match, and you get fucking chaos. Because there is so much going on in this match, I don't know how I'm probably just going to have to highlight the big spots. But that is my problem. Next week, we got a 4-way tag team title in a TLC match. We'll see you guys next week.